Okay, so this lecture is in the continuation of previous lecture on order. In this lecture, we will get to know more about the order of a group, order of an element of a group, actually. So let me introduce to you with an theorem, Lagrange's theorem. This theorem says that if G is a finite group, which means the cardinality of the set G is finite, and H is a subgroup. You know what is subgroup, we have talked about in the previous video. Then cardinality of H divides cardinality of G. So it is a claim, it is a theorem which is true, and we are not covering the proof of this theorem. You just have to remember this theorem that if H is a subgroup of G, then cardinality of G will definitely divide the cardinality of G. Cool. Now OA divides G. What does it mean? Why I am saying that OA divides G? Because OA, order of A, is the cardinality of subgroup of G. What is the cardinality of this subgroup H? That is order of A only. Because what is order of A? How many times I apply the operation on A so that I'll reach identity, and to reach identity I have to cover all the sequence, all the numbers that are possible to generate but through A, because order is the least positive integer to reach to identity. So that you can see here, this is a set H that we generated, right, using A. So what is the cardinality of this set? M itself, order of A itself, because that many times we have to apply A to reach to identity. So we can say that to get all the elements of this set H, we have M elements. Basically we have M elements here, right, and M is what? Order of A. So saying that cardinality of H divides cardinality of G is same as order of A divides cardinality of G, where OA is the cardinality of cyclic subgroup of G. Cyclic subgroup. Cyclic, you mean that it revolves around same element, same set of elements again and again. That's why I have used cyclic word here. There is another result. It says that for A belongs to G, so it is the same A element that we have considered here. Okay, so I know the order of A, but there is another element A superscript K. Now you by now you must be aware of what does it mean when I write A power M or A power K, right? You must be aware of that. What this superscript label is signifying. You must be aware of that. It is not always the exponent. It is not always the power. Okay. So I'm assuming that you are aware what this A raised to power K signifies. Okay. So if I have A belongs to G, and I know the order of A, but I want to find the order of this A superscript K. So for that we have this result which you have to remember, that is equal to order of A divided by GCD. GCD is HCF, greatest common divisor, between order of A and this label K. So if let's say order of A is T, then order of AK will be T divided by GCD between T and K. Cool. Where T is my order of A. Now, what if this GCD become 1? If the GCD of T and K is 1, then order of AK will become T only. Then order of AK become order of A only. That means order of A and order of AK is same. Okay. Then what can you say by seeing that order of these two elements is same. It means the cardinality of the set generated by this element and this element is same, right? Because this is an element and we know its order, and we know that an element generates some part of my group, and since the order of these two element is same, so they will generate same number of elements. So cardinality is same, but by seeing cardinality same, order same, I am saying that those elements which are generated by AK and A, they are also equal. Why? So it is obvious that cardinality is equal because order is same. But why the elements are also equal? The elements generated by AK and A, they are also equal. What is the reasoning behind that? So let's say there is a X element which belongs to the set of elements generated by AK. Okay. So X will be AK raised to some integer, AK raised to power some I. You know what AK raised to power I means? That means applying AK I times one identity. So when you multiply these two, you will get K times A will be some integer only. And also in the set A, I have all the elements which are A superscript some integer. All the integers are covered in the set A. So, and whenever A raised to power some integer I write, that belongs to the set of elements generated by A only. So from this I can say that AK is also a generator of same cyclic group. Okay. So from all these discussion, what can we conclude? We can conclude that when we have a element A power K and an element A, and if this K, this superscript K, is co-prime to order of K, then A power K is generator of the same set which A generates. Why co-prime? Because it all started with GCD. When this GCD is 1, then only the order become equal. If order become equal, the cardinality become equal. Then they are generating the same cyclic group. Then they are generator of same cyclic group. So whenever you support that GCD of the K and order of A are co-prime to each other, then the A power K and A are the generator of same set, are the generator of same cyclic group. Okay, fine.